MATA Certification Course Preview. How Students Learn. Introduction. When students are taught a new technique, they start with the base mechanics of the skill. At this early stage, they do not have a feel for the technique. They are in the early stages of mechanics. With practice, the mechanics are usually gradually replaced with a more natural, thoughtless execution. The focus transitions from the base mechanics to adjusting for targets, distance, offensive and defensive applications, etc. This scenario is an example of how students learn motor skills. What is important here is that you, the instructor, learn how to effectively guide your students through the 3 stages of learning. These stages will vary with each class and even each student depending on motivation, quality of instruction, and student initiative. Module 1, Lesson 1, the 3 stages of learning. 1. Beginning stage, cognitive, thinking. A. Give a brief explanation with a demonstration. B. Provide cue words for important points to remember. C. Give the students practice time. D. Provide feedback to students. This stage can be just a few minutes. More complex forms or skills will take longer. Younger students will also take a little longer to get through this stage. 2. Intermediate stage, associative, getting it. A. Demonstrate and encourage perfect practice. Perfect practice is attempting to do the skill as perfectly as you can at that stage of learning. Perfect practice will evolve as the student progresses. B. Teach students how to self-correct the skill. C. Provide reinforcement and encouragement. An example of how to teach a student to self-correct a skill would be to have students round kick over a chair to make sure their knee is coming up and around for power rather than under and across the body. If they hit the chair, they know to raise their knee higher. Motivation is always a factor in learning. Much of that motivation will come from the instructor's class management and skill teaching, both of which will be covered in this course. How long a student spends in this stage depends on the quality and quantity of perfect practice and instruction. 3. Advanced stage, autonomous, without thinking. A. Increase the conditions of the class to be more competitive, sport, or realistic, self-defense. B. Teach more advanced applications of the skill when applicable. At this stage, the student thinks less about gross mechanics and should be fluid in execution. Focus shifts to the little tweaks that can improve the skill and its application. Instructors continue feedback and creates conditions where the student has to use or demonstrate the skill in a more competitive or realistic situation. Motivation is still important at this stage. A good instructor creates new challenges for the skills that keep the students interested and coming back for more.